Alright guys, welcome back. I'm sure you want to see how this Hulk Bahamet fight breaks down, and I'm going to try and do my best to break down every part to it. There are 4 phases. The first phase is you need to do a special into his radiation and then knock him down, and I'll show you what that means. When you fight him, at the top he needs to have 3 plus charges of these yellow charges on the top. Now, you don't want to hit into his block because then he's going to counter you and he's going to go unstoppable. You also have to cycle specials the entire time. So you cannot throw 2 of the same special in a row or you're likely going to die. Also, give yourself some good spacing on that his special 1. And you're going to see here I do a special 1, a special 2, and I get a removal charge because I countered that last part of his special with my special. Now I need to knock him down. So what I'm going to do here, do a heavy, knock him down. Now the armor is broken. When you see that armor break in the top right, you are hitting extremely hard and you just go to town on him. Just again, I wouldn't push to special 2. I would stick with special 1, but he's not even gaining power while that armor break is up. I'm just throwing all those specials at him. And when you get him to below 81%, you are into phase 2. So I'm going to have to do this, I think, one more time. So again, you see I have to cycle specials, and you have to keep tabs of when you have removal charges. Sometimes you get more than one removal charge on a single counter. So right there, I did not counter because right now you see that 1 there in white. So I need to throw a special 2 to get, and then I'm going to push back to a special 1. Make sure he has his 3 charges. See, I'm not ready to counter. I can't counter this yet. So I'm just going to wait, evade it. I'm not prepared to counter it with a special at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead, continue the fight. Get used to the spacing on his special 1. You see, I was too close. You can move very far away on that special 1. I took way too much incinerate damage from that. Even though I'm getting a little bit of willpower healing from Kingpin, it's still the best would be give yourself lots of spacing. I definitely screwed it up, especially late. So there you can see I'm going to go ahead and use a special attack to counter. I got my like a revival charge. I knocked him down with the special at the same time, so immediately he is now in the armor broken phase, and now it is on to phase 2. Phase 2, you do a special into the heavy into the special into the radiation, then a heavy into the radiation. So I'm going to do the special into the radiation there. Now I get 2 charges. Now I just need to do a heavy into his radiation. So I'm going to push him again, keep cycling my specials. I have my removal charges. Now when he throws this special 1, my goal is I'm going to hold heavy here. You can see I'm going to hold heavy and bounce it right back to him. And now he's armor broken again for the second phase. Now again, same thing. As long I just have to make sure that I am rotating specials, but then I can get him in the corner here, give him some awesome belly bumps until that armor break disappears. I'll give him a nice big special 2 there, and I'm going to have to do the same thing. What I didn't realize at the time, which would make it possible for a solo, which I didn't, I still have a removal charge on the top left, that green one. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and evade these ones. I should be bouncing them right back to him. I didn't realize that I had that second removal charge, because again, there's lots of things going on. I'm trying to break it down for you so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did. And I wasn't going to do this a million. I might get a solo, but I wasn't trying it a million times right now, right off the bat. This was my first time running through it, and this was the best this is the best I could do, and I ended up using a couple revives to finish him off. So it's not a solo, but we're getting a very nice breakdown. So once I realize that I have this charge there, then I can go ahead and I heavy attack to break him, break his armor, and now I can go ahead and get a ton of damage on him. Again, not hitting into the block. Make sure I can go ahead, parry heavy. Cycle my specials the entire time, and that's what we want to do for phase 2. Once we get him to around, I think it's 40%, then he's going to go into phase 3, and we'll show you exactly what we're going to do in phase 3. So again here, I get clipped, which again, I should do a better job of. Got to work on that spacing. You've lots of room on it. Again, even that here, can't throw a special into his block. He is going to go unstoppable. And again, you have to stay. Another tricky thing that I'm not pointing out here is that you need to stay close to him. There's a timer that's going, and when that timer expires, if you're close to him, you get that yellow charge on him. If you're far away, you get like a red charge, which is like a negative. So you, similar to previous fights, you want to stay close to him right there. See, I got close to him right as that gray timer was expiring, so that you get the charge for yourself. Now here again, I'm able to heavy attack it right back at him because I have my charge. And then I can go ahead and get him down to 40%. So again, you have to stay close to him, and that can be very annoying near the very end. Once you die, you need to build up those charges again. So phase 3, it's the same as phase 2, except you have to avoid the orange radiation. When he's about to throw it, there it's an orange radiation. I should not have tried to counter this with a special. See, it did nothing. If anything, it gave me some degen, like some incinerates instead, and I'm melting. Okay, he gave me a passive incinerate. I am melting from it, so that is not great, and that is the problem. I messed up there. So you do the same thing. You counter with your special, and then you counter with a heavy, but you don't. You have to make sure you do not do it when he is on an orange radiation. You can only do it when it's a green radiation. Now again, because I died, I have to go close to him and make sure that I get 3 yellow charges on him. So even if he throws the special one, nothing is going to happen here because he only has 2 charges. And I get clipped by it, which is not great. Now that he has 3, and you can see the red charge, like with the almost like a frowny face next to it, is because I was too far away from him when it charged. And you can see there again, I was getting way too close on that special one. There was no reason to get so close. There I get my counter with the special, and now I am prepared to do the heavy counter again. So I'm going to push him to a special one, get much better spacing this time. Now I'm ready to heavy counter it right back at him, armor break him, and now I can go ahead and armor break him a few more times with that if I want, but I think on this one I get a ton of damage, push him into the corner, get some nice belly bumps, and we are going to get down to the final phase. The final phase, there's only, you play ping pong basically. You have to remember after this mode where you're pressing on the right side of the screen to hold your heavy, you have to get ready to press on the left side to do a parry. So you're going to force him to throw those special ones. You're going to bait special ones here because now he's below 11%, and you have a permanent removal charge. You don't have to get it anymore. All you have to do is push him to a special one, let him throw it, and then what you're going to do in order to do the damage, see, I screwed up here way too close, and then when he throws it, you want to parry, but instead I was so used to holding heavy, I screwed up. So I got to revive. And again, when you revive here, the annoying part is you need to build him up to his 3 charges again, because if he doesn't have the 3 charges, nothing is going to happen. So again, don't hit into the block. He's going to go unblockable. Don't throw, you don't really want to throw specials in this final phase either, because he can also auto block them as well and counter them. So I would the goal is when you do the ping pong, you are going, see there, I tried to throw a special even though I was unblockable. He's going to auto block it and punish me. You just want to force him to special ones. You want to get him to those 3 charges. There, I finally learned from my mistakes, give myself some spacing. Now I'm ready to parry. When you parry, you bounce it back at him. The first one is going to remove some of his protection, and then you do it a few more. That time it was only 1, and again, I wasn't learning from my mistakes through another stupid special. Nothing is going to happen from specials. You just want to, you'll do normal damage. Is just going to increase the more times you ping pong it back at him. So here we go. He ping pong. We're just going to play catch with it. It takes him down, and now it reduces his armor again. So that's all we want to do. We want to keep pushing these special ones once we get into a good rhythm. He's going to throw it at me. We're going to ping pong it back with parries. So just tap, get ready to tap. And then you do it a bunch of times, and now he's got like minus 15% of his armor, and we're just hitting hard with regular hits. So we're going to do the same thing again. If you get to a special 3, you can throw that special 3. But again, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to play some ping pong here. We're just going to bounce it back and forth a whole bunch of times. And now he's got negative 50 on his armor, and we're hitting even harder. Now, I did skip ahead. I died a couple times here near the end where I did not get a good rotation, and I didn't want to heal up like crazy. So I got hit a few times. But that was a pretty good run, and then there's one more with like 2% remaining. So those last few percent, the more times in a row you can do the ping pong back and forth, and you figure out what's going on, you're hitting much harder, and you will finish it. So hopefully that is all encompassing of all 4 phases of what you need to do. I've only done it the one time. There's a couple guys have done some stuff. I followed a chorus. I'm going to put a link to his video. He had it out here with Kingpin first. He has a really nice solo with it. So if you want, show him some love on his channel. He does some great stuff as well. So I'm going to put that in there. Can't have to give him a shout out. If I hadn't seen his, I would not have had such an easier time with mine. So please go ahead and take a look at the link in the description. I think he also did a solo with a rank 3 Aegon. And also, there are different paths for this fight. I used the path with no extra nodes or challenges for this one. This was just the skill path that started with Sentry. So that is what I did so far. Maybe I'll go ahead and take a look at some of the other nuances with the other paths. They might have some specific requirements that how you for certain phases, or how you get your revival charges or timing on things, similar to some of the other bosses we've seen in Act 7 and 8 beforehand. So I hope this helped you guys out, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Enjoy. Thanks, guys. Bye.